All right, guys. Today's gonna be a little bit of a new podcast, and on today's podcast, I'm gonna talk about detergent or laundry detergent, prostitution, and resale of makeup. And why those three things, you might ask? Well, during the chow, I was going to chow today, which if one of you guys who are not in the military, who don't know what chow is just another word for lunch. So I was at lunch, and I was listening to the Fox News, and these three things popped up on the radio, and they just kept on talking about it. And specifically the laundry detergent and the Tide Pods. That was something that I've been hearing a lot about over the weekend. You know, it's crazy how things just go viral. You know, it starts from one stupid thing or one person doing something, and then it just turns into this massive outbreak. Well, as it is, according to a lot of people, like, it's a challenge. To me, I just think it's plain out fucking stupid or stupidity. I mean, there's all these stupid challenges going on around out there that it's not healthy for anybody to be doing. And why does our society have to be so dumb and ignorant to all this? I mean, you gotta think, whose kids are gonna be watching this and are going to be influenced by doing this type of things, you know? And who the hell would want to eat a Tide Pod? I mean, come on. Are you that stupid that you want to eat a Tide Pod? Like, what in the world would make you do something that dumb? I mean, yeah, we get bored and stuff, but I get bored, but does that mean I'm going to sit there and go eat Tide Pods, have 30 Tide Pods in my freaking barracks room? No. Doesn't mean I'm going to go eat freaking Tide Pods. What do you think, I'm dumb? No. I'm going to go get some food if I'm hungry. Or I'm going to go do something if I'm bored, you know? What is the people having to do stupid things when they are bored? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And this challenge has been an outbreak, you know, an epidemic. You know, I've seen it. I think it was a couple days ago. I saw it online. I think it was on, I think it was Monday night that I saw this online, and I was just thinking, you know, what in the world are people doing? Are they being stupid or something? Like, why would you take a Tide Pod and think that would taste good and think that's not gonna poison you? You know, I mean, shit, this shit has some chemicals in it that we don't even know. Just because there's a little bit of ingredients or whatever on the packages doesn't mean that you can eat it. I mean, even look on the packages, you know, it even says don't eat it. Don't stick it in your mouth. That's just stupid, you know. Obviously, we can't just put things on our packages anymore and think that, we can't, that's going to be good enough for people not to sit there and try to make it a challenge and eat it. Because, you know, well, now it wasn't starting with kids, it was starting with adults. Grown-ass freaking adults deciding that they're going to stick Tide Pods and eat them. Like, fucking stupid or something? Like, what are wrong with people? Like, that's just, I don't know, that's stupid. That's for you guys to decide. I found that really disturbing that somebody would want to eat a Tide Pod. I mean, there's all these other challenges out there that are going around. I mean, I'm sure it's just a little phase. Now that it's been posted on the news and everything, it's going to be cracked down on. Now that it's a big outbreak and stuff, all these sports players like Rob Gronkowski of the New England Patriots, who is a tight end for the Patriots, he even came online, or they interviewed him, whatever, and he did a video, something like along those lines, where he was saying, no, don't eat that stuff. Don't be stupid, you know? Why must it take a professional athlete or a monumental figure or somebody along that lines to convince people not to do dumb shit? Just because your mom or dad or your brother or sister or your friends or family do it, or they're telling you not to do it, that should be good enough. That should be good enough for you to stop and think about it and be like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't be that stupid. Maybe I shouldn't do this challenge, you know? Do your research, you know? And the top on that, this is a little bit going off a topic between the three things I want to talk about, but a good thing to tie into this is the type of food we eat, you know? You go to McDonald's and you buy a chicken sandwich, or you buy a McDouble, right? And yeah, well, it might taste good, but honestly, do you know what's in that? No, you really don't know what's in it. It's disgusting. I mean, my first sergeant was telling me a couple months ago, he's telling me how he doesn't eat hot dogs anymore. And I started talking to him about it and was like, so why don't you eat hot dogs? He's like, have you seen how they've been made? And so he told me to go look up this video and how they're made. And so I did. And I realized how they're made, and I saw it, how disgusted I was. And now, ever since I saw that video, I won't eat a hot dog anymore because I think it's just disgusting now the way they're made. But also, like, now I'm starting to really realize how fucked up our society is and how fucked up the Food and Drug Administration is and our government, how they're allowing food companies to poison us and try to kill us. It's like it's a scheme to get us to eat the food, you know, just because, we're going to make more money if we just throw this and that in it. I mean, sure, yeah, you are, but they don't really give a crap about your health or whether or not you get freaking cancer from it. I mean, granted, you get cancer for anything nowadays, or get a disease from anything, but it's scary to believe and scary to realize that everything that we put in our bodies and everything we eat is harmful to us, you know? It's mind-blowing. It scares me, you know? And part of me that's why when I own a restaurant, I want, or my hopes are to own a restaurant, that I want to ensure that my food is authentic and is lean and healthy as possible. I mean, you see a lot of those out there, but it's just so expensive, you know? But it's not only gonna take people like me that want to be an entrepreneur, or other entrepreneurs or business owners, or other people to do it. It's gonna be a collective. Everyone has to do it. Collectively has to do their part in order to ensure that we can stop and eliminate the bad food. You know, it just takes some time, and you know, we the people, we have a say in what we put in our bodies and the food that we're allowing companies to make. You know, that's why there's legislation. That's why there's laws passed. That's why we have a legislative branch, you know. They pass the laws, and an executive branch that enforce the laws, as long as the judicial branch, you know. We have to we have to stand up, and we have to do what's right, and we have to get to the bottom of this. Otherwise, you're continuing seeing people do dumb shit like this and eating laundry detergent. I know it's kind of a bit off, and you guys might think, how does that relate to eating Tide Pods? Well, it kind of does, you know. Look at the stuff that's in Tide Pods, and people are trying to eat it like it's freaking edible. I mean, sure, yeah, you can eat it, and it can dissolve in your stomach, but what is it going to do to you? It's the only thing different from eating a Tide Pod and eating like McDonald's or something is that you can eat McDonald's, but you just don't know exactly what's in it, and it's slowly killing you or it's slowly harming you. But a Tide Pod, you eat that instantly, you could die. I mean, there's people that died from just eating the Tide Pods, you know? Because they thought it'd be cool, because they saw other people do it, nothing happened to them. But I'll let you guys decide on that. What do you guys think about eating Tide Pods? And what do you think about the way our foods are regulated? And what kind of laws or things would you like to see our legislative branch, our government make to change that? Or do you think we need to get more involved? Do we need to enforce this when it comes to voting, or talking to our state senators and congressmen and local local people in the government? Can't think what they're called at the moment. But do we need to address that at these city council meetings as well? You know, things that it's a big thing that they can bring up to higher. Now, that is that for Tide Pods. As you can see, I ran it about 10 minutes just talking about that. That's how heated I was about that. Now, then there comes the fact that, I was listening to Fox News, and they were saying that now there's another state that wants to legalize prostitution. And from doing my research, it seems like if Hawaii passes it, they'd be the second state to be allowing it. I mean, congressmen voted on it to get it passed. I mean, what are people thinking? What are our legislators and congressmen and state officials thinking? Why? Why would you do that? I mean, look at Nevada. Nevada is the only legalized state that allows prostitution in about, I think it's 19 counties, give or take. I mean, you can look it up too, and you can actually get the right number, but that's just mind-blowing, Granted, there are stipulations and boundaries on like what those certain counties within Nevada can do when it comes to allowing prostitution and making it legal. But still, to do that, it's like you're allowing people to be sinful and do bad deeds. I mean, if you are religious or not, but at the same time, it's not moral. And if anybody has any morals, they would know that that's not right. There's no way in hell prostitution could be considered right or could be convinced to be even good. Unless you're just a fucked up person in the head, or you just don't give a shit about the welfare of other people and everything else. I mean, if you want to go that route and say that there is a good to prostitution, well, let me say this. Yes, they'll make a lot more money off of prostitution, and it wouldn't so or quote unquote get rid of all the crimes for people who do prostitution. But that still doesn't make it right. It's unethical and immoral. I mean, some states are making it where you can have consensual sex under the age of 18. I mean, Is that even make any sense to you? If you're a parent out there and you're listening to this, or you're a friend of mine and you have friends who have children, or you have nieces or nephews, you have a brother and sister, or whatever, would you allow them to have sex on the age of 18? Or how would you feel if they were participating in prostitution? I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be happy about it. I sure in hell wouldn't. I mean, I have a shit ton of brothers and sisters back home. And if I ever found out that any one of them would be doing that shit, I'd beat their fucking ass. I would not have that shit. Because that's unethical. It's immoral. And me personally, I was raised better than that to know that that's not the right thing to do. And I hope that you guys can pass this along and you can teach your children and teach your friends and family and let them know, hey, this shit ain't right, This is the type of stuff that we need to pay more attention to. Stuff that people just look at and be like, yeah, whatever. They joke about it and think, hey, this is a good idea, No. It's not. By no means is it ethical or moral. As I said multiple times, it is not morally or ethically right. It is not morally or ethically right. It cannot be stressed enough. Now, if you're somebody out there who thinks that it is by any means right, then I would encourage you to go home or sit in your car, or do whatever you have to do to sit there and ponder what you're really about to do or what you're really thinking, Think about it, And yeah, I know, I'm sure people have their reasons, and that's them. Everyone has their own opinion.